Yeah, money. Still a lot of legacy stuff out there that's using IPv4. So most organizations or big organizations are running on a dual stack. They're, like Google has both IPv4 DNS servers and they have IPv6 DNS servers. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe over the next, I don't know if we'll see it, but it's important to know, I think. Should not be afraid of IPv6 because it's around. So any questions on that one that you can think of? Not too bad, just getting new addresses and putting them in the correct location. Okay, the last one then is creating a secure website. Up until this point, all of our websites are just over HTTP. Whereas in the real world, I think most websites are moving to HTTPS. And so to review HTTPS, let's just go to Amazon or something. And I think we talked about this before, but if I go to, see this. So HTTPS, we've talked about secure socket layer because we did, what was that, SASL, and we talked about keys and public and private keys, right? So in order to communicate securely with a client, I can ask the server for its public key. And then I can encrypt using that public key. And since the server is the only thing that has the private key, it's the only one that can decrypt. So you guys created actually some certificates. Yeah?
Does the client have a private key and send the public key to the server so that the encryption's the other way around, or is that beyond the scope of this?
I think you can actually do dual, both like that. But typically, like if I'm connected to Amazon, if I go request their certificate, and inside the certificate,
it has the public key.
Yes, but, oh, here we go, details. So if I go here inside of the key, inside of the certificate, I can see the subject's public key, whatever.
Okay, so encryption is one way though. Like HTTPS, it's encrypted going to the server, but from the server it's not encrypted.
Let me think. So,
like I said my password and it's encrypted, but the response is not. Is that true, or does the client send?
They're encrypted both ways.
So does the client send a public key that the server uses on every request or something? I know this is kind of like beyond what we need to discuss, but it's a question I've had.
I know they can, but
Just haven't Googled it and looked it up. I'm not sure off the top of your head.
I'm trying to think. I don't know, because so here's my Amazon whatever. Here's my client. My client says, "Hey, send me your public key." So we got his public key, and so we're gonna everything that's sent this way is going to be encrypted, right? Because we have his public key. Oh yeah. So if I want to encrypt content that we're downloading, which obviously I would, then yeah, it's going to work both ways. We've got to mutually exchange our keys.
Okay.
So yeah. Thank you. I had to think about my brain's not working. It's Friday. That's my excuse. But that's how it works. So when you did the SASL assignment, you also created a certificate. The same thing with our XM server or IMAP Secure. IMAP Secure. That's an easy one because we contact our server asking it for its messages, but before we can download those messages, we're saying, hey, here's my we want to encrypt it, so we get the public key and we encrypt the information before it's sent down to the client that's requested it. Yeah. So that's what a certificate is. Now there's lots of interesting ways to generate certificates, but the easiest way that's come about over the last several years is to use certbot or Let's Encrypt, I think is what package is called. So this is, hopefully this still works with 18.10. We'll try it. But we're going to add a new repository so that we can add a new package. So we do something like that. We then do an apt-get update, and then we can install python-certbot-apache for our Apache web server. This is my web server. And then I run this command, let's encrypt. And if it works right, then it will come up. Say what?
Something I found out about using this is if your DNS record isn't right, it's not going to work.
Correct. Yep, if your DNS record isn't right, it's not going to work. So anyway, enter your email address used for urgent renewal and security notices. After, when your certificate's about to expire, it's only good for a certain amount of time, 30 days, 90 days, whatever. And we talked about in this class that DigiCert, for example, is a company here in town, in Lehigh, that this is all they do. They verify certificate credentials, match public keys with the requesting agency. Anyway, just like VeriSign, stuff like that. So what it does is it makes a connection somewhere, agree to terms of service, yada, 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 are you sure you want to do this? But eventually it comes to this menu that I have my different virtual hosts on. Well, which one do you want to secure? Okay, well, I want to secure number 3, www.mojojojo.ml. And it does some it goes out to Let's Encrypt server, it grabs and it sends the required information over to that server in order for them to create your certificate and sign it. So now I have a certificate that's going to be signed and trusted by my browser that I don't have to pay for. Typically, like DigiCert and VeriSign, you're paying them a lot of money to have them put their seal of approval on your certificate. But Let's Encrypt is an easy one for testing, for stuff that we're doing in class. And so you can see what it does. It creates an SSL vhost file for us in Etsy Apache 2 sites available, whatever, appends some prefix, suffix to it. It enables that site, and then it says, hey, do you want us to redirect all traffic? So if they try to visit port 80, we'll redirect to, what's the secure port for web? 443. So we can choose to do one or the other. I guess I usually do option 2. It says, let's just redirect it. So force them, we won't even use the port 80 site anymore. Or if we do, we'll just redirect them immediately to the secure site. So I said 2, redirect. It says congratulations. We put all the keys where they need to go. There's the private key, the public keys in this file somewhere. And then I can visit my website. HTTPS, and yay, it's secure if you're able to visit it. And I don't think the browser prompts you and says, are you sure you want to go? I think it's automatically trusted by your browser. And that's it, it's secure. So that's pretty straightforward as well. So let's look at the assignment. I think for the assignment, let's look at the secure one. You'll add HTTPS to a host on the web server already installed. Follow the slides to secure 3 of your existing virtual hosts. You have 6 of them, right? 6 or 7 or something. So secure 3 of them. Run that wizard 3 times. That was pretty straightforward. IPv6, same thing. Just exactly what I did on the slides. So yay, I think then that takes us up through all the assignments now that are going to be due with the exception of review assignments. And each of the review assignments mimics a practical exam, what I'm going to have you do on a practical exam. Okay. So, so for IPv6, there's no auto grader. For secure, there's no auto grader because I've just been too lazy, haven't written it, yet. So I think for both of those assignments, just having you take some screenshots using SSL and IPv6 screenshot that shows your ability to access an IPv6 website. And then we'll talk more about the review assignments next week.